is with a great deal of pride and I guess much anticipation that we'd like to say that we have completed, after some very lengthy, very arduous, and very complicated financial and political negotiations, a separation, if you want to call it that, between Continent 8, the Mohawk Council, KahnawakeTV, and Tewatohnhi'saktha. In the sense that we came to call it a cash settlement for 40% of our shares in Continent 8. We made a settlement of $25 million US cash, $10 million over 10 years, $1 million a year, plus the interest and whatever that comes up to. Somebody can total that, once we complete a year. But it's in the vicinity of $35 to $37 million, and this came about as a result of, I guess, a juncture in our history, in our time, when it was necessary for this sort of thing to take place. And it became obvious that over the course of time that at some point this was going to happen. C8 was on its way into other fields, other areas, and the MCK felt that it wasn't necessarily the field that we wanted to be into. Therefore, it was incumbent upon us to sit down and start negotiations. I have to say that it wasn't very simple, very complicated, a lot of moving parts involved in this, some very high emotions. It's not an easy thing to do this in reflection and upon reflection of the number of years that we had worked together with our partners, Continent 8 and MIT. So we've come to that stage, and this is the fact that we've announced this. We've, as far as I know, we do have $25 million US in our account here in Kahnawake, and we are prepared in the very near future to sit down and begin discussions about how that money will be used within the community itself in a number of different areas. And it does wonders that we were able to do this, to accomplish this and complete it. Very happy, very enthusiastic about the future, and it doesn't prevent us from continuing in the gaming industry. It doesn't prevent us from doing the things that we want to do at Mohawk Internet Technologies in terms of e-commerce opportunities and all of the various things that we've talked about in the area of future development in technology. So on my part, that is my introduction, and I'll ask Dwayne to take it from here. And
thank you, Joe. On behalf of Tewatohnhi'saktha, I would like to state that we're extremely pleased at this new opportunity that's presented with us. And in addition to that, I'd like to acknowledge and congratulate the negotiators who helped achieve this goal. We had Paul Rice from the Mohawk Council and David Mator from our board, who were the representatives to lead the negotiations. This process has been carried out over the past 7 months, thereabouts. So it's been, like as Joe said, it's been a long road of ups and downs, and we're extremely pleased at the results. And it's a grand opportunity for Kahnawake for the next future. And Tewatohnhi'saktha and the Mohawk Council, we've pledged to work together to develop a plan on how the investments will be played out over the next several years. So we thank you for being present today, and extremely happy. Thank you.
in addition, it's worthy to mention the involvement of the Mohawk Council, Kahnawake Council members who brought themselves up to scratch in terms of, understanding the, I guess the various technical and very complicated issues that were involved in this process, and staying on top of things. I mean, we had to work on weekends. We had to do a lot by email and on the telephone and things of that nature. So it became extremely intense at some points. We also make mention of Gina Deere and her involvement in this. our legal counsel, and they're you know, taking directions and helping us to walk us through a lot of areas that we were very uncertain about, and I think we've learned a lot just over that point in time. Good work of Paul Rice leading the way for us and making sure that as much as possible that we got what the best that we could out of this deal. So that's basically it in terms of what in addition to what was said earlier on.
And I'll just add to apologize that I forgot to mention. Also on Tewatohnhi'saktha's side, in addition, we had our CEO, Kyle DeLille, and Bud Morris, Special Advisor, who also contributed to the process as well. So thank you.